not a fight. Over 20 unexpected characters in one big brawl. Now that's a fight. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Only for Nintendo GameCube. Rated T for teen.
Super Smash Bros. Melee is the follow-up to Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. The original game was developed by HAL Laboratory, with the head of production, Masahiro Sakurai. The first game was created because Sakurai wanted to make a fighting game. He presented to his mentor, the late Satoru Iwata, a prototype called Dragon King, which featured generic characters without health bars. Sakurai, feeling it needed to be more appealing, replaced the generic characters with Nintendo characters. Nintendo was impressed and gave the green light for it to be made. Following the huge success of Super Smash Bros., Nintendo wanted a sequel for the upcoming GameCube system. It became Sakurai's biggest project. The development took 13 months, and he said that his lifestyle was destructive. He took no breaks on holidays or weekends and worked from morning to night from his office. While in production, Hideo Kojima contacted HAL Laboratory for a request to add Metal Gear series character Solid Snake in the game, but things were too far into work to add the character. A similar fate befell Sonic, who was also suggested. However, both would appear in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Other characters that were suggested were James Bond from the N64's Goldeneye and Banjo-Kazooie, but neither came to be because of licensing issues. One character that would have been replaced was Ness from the Mother series. Lucas would have been his stand-in. This was because Mother 3 was in development at the time, and Lucas was the game's primary character. However, Ness stayed in Melee because Mother 3 was having its own development troubles at the moment. The gameplay differs from that of many other fighting games. Each character has a damage meter and no health bars. The higher the percentage of the meter, the easier it is for the character to escape the stage's borders, resulting in the loss of a life point. Because there are no button input combinations like in other fighting games, Smash Bros. Offers a straightforward control scheme. The standard attacks are made with the A button, while special attacks are made with the B button. The cast of Melee includes 25 characters. The veterans from the first game are Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox McCloud, Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Captain Falcon, and Ness. The newcomers are Peach, Bowser, Dr. Mario, Zelda, and her alter ego Shriek, Young Link, Ganondorf, Falco, Pichu, Mewtwo, Marth, Mr. Game & Watch, Roy, and Ice Climbers. The Ice Climbers were incorporated in because Sakurai and his development team wanted to add a character from the Nintendo Entertainment System era. Classic, Adventure, All-Star, Event Match, Stadium, Home Run Contest, Target Test, Multi-Man Melee, and Training are available in single-player mode. Classic mode pits the player against several characters in a ladder campaign. The player would go through 11 stages after selecting a character, life points, and difficulty. Player versus CPU matchups is played in stages 1, 4, and 7, while CPU ally versus 2 CPU opponents is on stage 2. Bonus stages are 3, 6, and 9. Stage 3 is the target test, in which 10 targets must be eliminated before the timer runs out. Snag the Trophies is the 6th stage, for which 3 falling trophies must be steered into a bin. Stage 9 is Race to the Finish, which is a 2-minute obstacle course. In Stage 5, the player battles a giant version of a character with the help of CPU allies. Stage 8 pits the player against 10 copies of a character. Stage 10 features a fight against a metal version of a character. And finally, Stage 11 features Master Hand as the boss. Adventure Mode is a campaign where the player must complete an objective to progress in the mode. All-Star Mode, which must be unlocked, requires the player to overcome every character in the game while having 1 life point and 3 health supplements between battles. In Event Match, the player must complete 10 objectives. By completing a certain number of the objectives, more will be unlocked, leading to the final event, the Showdown. In Stadium Mode, the Home Run contest places the player on a platform with a sandbag that has a damage meter, and they will have 10 seconds to damage the sandbag and fling it out onto the field with a bat. The higher the meter, the further the sandbag will travel in the field. Obtaining the bag to a greater distance will result in rewards like trophies and a fighting stage. Target Test is similar to its Classic Mode counterpart, and every character has their own stage. There are 6 modes in Multi-Man Melee, in which the player fights multiple CPUs. There is Endless, Cruel, 10-man, 100-man, 3-minute, and 15-minute. The player can practice with a CPU in Training Mode. Versus Mode includes Melee, Tournament Mode, and Special Mode. Melee is the primary combat mode in which the player can face 3 CPUs or other players. In Tournament Melee, the player can set up a tournament with up to 64 players. This mode is split between 3 sub-modes: Tournament, Winner Out, and Loser Out. Special Melee allows players to choose from the following options. Camera, where the 4th player can take snapshots. Fixed Camera. The camera is fixed on the whole stage and does not move around. Stamina Mode has the players starting with 150 HP each, and once their HP drops to 0, they will be kicked out of the game. In Giant Melee, all the characters are big. Invisible, where the characters are invisible. Lightning Melee is where the movement speed of the characters increases. With single button, the only controls that can be used is the A button and the control stick. In slow-mo melee mode, the movement speed of the characters will decrease. Super Sudden Death Melee is where each character has 300% damage. And finally, there's Tiny Melee, where the characters are small. Super Smash Bros. Melee received widespread high praise for the gameplay, controls, graphics, music, and range of characters and modes. The sales of Melee skyrocketed to the point it became the #1 best-selling GameCube title, after which the Super Smash Bros. Series has spawned follow-ups for the Wii, Wii U, and Switch. The legacy of Super Smash Bros. Has generated a competitive tournament fighting game community, along with Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, and Soul Calibur.